Oh man, this is a menace, man. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing. That's all right, whatever. What is up, missing component? How you guys doing? Today we're playing a game called Undaunted 2200. The background is not blurry anymore, so you can see got Undaunted back there. That's the game that we're playing. Um, I am going to be doing a solo playthrough and teach, so we can go through all of the different rules and stuff like that. I have multiple angles, multiple camera angles. I'll just show you the table real quick. Excuse me. So here's the table that we have. Got the game board, and then over here I have a box lid with a dice tray. I'm able to do this, but my camera here, for whatever reason, it's like 5 years old, and I can't find the drivers to fix the autofocus. So, yay for technology! Like 5 years is old. It sucks so much. Oh my god, I hate it. But I'll be like putting the dice and the cards here, um, as if it matters. Oh jeez. So well, I guess I can just. I mean, it's further away, but at least it might be more in focus. I don't know. Anyways, that is my setup here today. Um, it's all learning, man. It's all learning. So, anyways, Undaunted, Callisto, uh, the newest Undaunted that just came out a couple months ago. I got this on Boardlandia, I think. Pre-ordered it. Or was it Game Nerds? I don't know. One of those websites. Anyways, how you guys doing? You guys ready for the Christmas party? I'm super pumped. Super excited. I've been planning the Christmas party for a little while now. I we have some volunteers. I don't like that word volunteers. I don't There's got to be a different word that we could use. But anyway, people have been helping out and pitching in ideas, and there's going to be decorators and greeters and people managing the potluck and all kinds of different stuff. And so, super pumped, super excited because I could not do this without more people. So, still sad I can't make it. Oh, the Chris, man, come on, Christoph. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be so much fun. I got working out the escape room. It's a giant crate that I made from scratch. It's about 3 feet high, 2 feet wide on each side, and 13 different puzzles that are all involved. It's exactly like an escape room, but in a mobile unit. And I don't know. I learned how to wire LEDs and and code an Arduino. So it's got all kinds of different things attached to it, and I'm super excited to show that. It's been like 3 years in the making. I don't know. Oh, that's awesome that you guys weren't even looking at me. That's perfect. So I'm already I'm already messing up. All right. We're having a good time. It's all right. uh I mentioned that there was gonna be a special guest. They did not make it today. That's all right. They are alive though, so it's okay. Maybe next time. But yeah, I got a camera up here, camera over here, and some other stuff. These are all like 5 years old from when I first started YouTube, and so yeah, like I said, uh, technology like it gets old after a while, and then they stop supporting the drivers or stop supporting the devices, which is terrible. Anyway, so I'm playing Undaunted. You guys might have played Undaunted before. Hopefully, this angle actually shows like the details. I was working with the lighting because there was a giant glare. I still have a glare over here on these cards, but you get the idea. I'll pull the card out and I'll show it. I mean, this might even be better. Scout. Nope. It's still wanting to focus on the table. Cool. But yeah, we'll figure it out, man. We're just playing, having fun. So in this one, this is the plot kind of makes me laugh because of how kind of dumb it is. But essentially, what's happening here is you have the working class and kind of the elite or managerial class. And in 2200, we have um we have our technology has expanded into the point where we are able to um use space flight and go to Jupiter's moon, Callisto. And so we have people on there that are harvesting the minerals there and the resources there. And then somehow, within only 100 years, we have gotten pissed off as the working class, and now that we want to overthrow the government already, or whatever this is, like we're not satisfied with just going to Callisto, like I don't know. But anyway, that's the plot line. You have the working class, which have kind of like um, the machinery that is harvesting the stuff. So work like tools. They use tools. The mechs that they use are the working mechs hauling stuff around. And then you have the elite class. They have like security guards. They have um, security mechs. And so this is one of the guy. This is the first scenario, and of course you can't see it because it's blurry, but it's okay. Um, so they have two mechs. This is the first scenario, and it's the same either solo or playing with multiple players. Um, you have the two different factions, or not factions. They're like squads, which is like an A squad and a B squad. And do I have them kind of set up? I do not. More like this. More like this. Like the left side would be squad A, the right side would be squad B. And all this information is printed out here on the board too. I don't know if you guys can be seeing that, but scenario one, it'll say the title. We'll take it back. We'll take it by force if we have to. Location, Callisto, IMU, Spaceport, Gateway Epsilon, running simulation. So the starting initiative is LFA. And do I have the initiative token? I do not. It is okay. So this is the initiative token. Starts with LFA, which is the blue squad, and then you have the breakers, which it has the objectives of each um, faction. So the breakers are the working class, and the LFA are the elite. So you have control 5 objective points or neutralize 3 LFA units, and it's the same for the LFA. And then down here it shows exactly which units start and where they spawn. And so you might not even be able to see this, but this is spawn zone A, or spawn zone 1, spawn zone 2. And so in spawn zone 1, you have Ripper, Survey Tech, Nail Gunner, all B. And in number 2, you have Ripper C, Survey Tech C, Nail Gunner C. So all this basically gives you the setup details for both sides. Some spots on the board will say that certain tokens start there. And so this means that a scouted token for the breakers will start there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have a token here, a control token, and these two are scouted for the LFA. There's also spots over here that have different symbols. These kind of like gear looking symbols, and of course the camera is let's go ahead and just close that. So down here there's objective points. This one shows 2. This one shows 1. And can I get close? Bring it down. Objective points. This is 2. This is worth 2. This is worth 1. This is worth 1. There's 2 more up here, 2 and 1. And then also this spot here is worth 2 points. So the LFA is already starting with 2 victory points or objective points, and they got to get 3 more to win or neutralize, aka kill 3 other enemy units. There's also these additional armor or cover tokens, cover symbols. So if you're in there, you get 1 additional cover or 1 additional defense to your defense value. There's spots here. I'm not sure if this is in any other Undaunteds, but this is an elevation marker. So this spot here is kind of elevated, and you have 2 different levels. You have elevated and obviously unelevated. What that means is that when you roll against a unit that is on the same terrain, on the same level, so from here to here, you roll the 10-sided dice. These are the 10. If you're elevated versus an elevated, you roll the 10-sided dice. If you're shooting down, you're going to have an advantage and roll a 12-sided die. And if you're shooting up, you're going to have a disadvantage and roll an 8-sided die. So that's that. When all this is the movement on the board and action on the board that's happening, but how you actually move these guys is going to be based on the deck that you build and the cards that you play. So in this game, or in this scenario, you're going to start with 1 of each character. And so if I play a card, let's see if I can bring that up. Right side. Nope. What is that? Here we go. So this guy is a squad leader. His squad is C. He also has different abilities that he's able to use. It's going to be annoying. I don't know. He also has different abilities he's going to use. And at the top, it's going to be an initiative value. So his value is going to be 7, which is really high, but he's a good card. Whereas someone like the nail gunner here, his initiative value is 4. This is a nail gunner B, and he has different attacks and different abilities that he can use. So each character has a card. Each character on the board has a card associated with it, and when you play that card, you're going to do some different actions with that unit. For the solo, because we're playing solo this time, you actually have what is it called? If-then statements. So I can bring it up here. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see this, but so for each card that I play, and that's giant glare. So this is going to be the captain's kind of what he's going to do when I play that card. And I'll just follow whatever it says and do whatever it says. So that's what they do. You know what? I kind of want to be seen too. Let's go ahead and add another thing here. Video capture device. Whoa, really big. All right, look, there I am. That's me. And then I lost the other thing. Cool. Oh, there it is right there. Actually, let's move this over. So we don't need that anymore. Okay, and so as I'm playing cards, like I said, I'm going to be doing different things with my characters out here on the board. The higher the value, the better the card. Essentially. So my 9 is a supervisor, and I'm just going to put that right there. She has the bolster and the command ability, which, let's see here. I wish I had a thing that shows all the. Hold on one second. So a lot of the rules from other Undaunteds are pretty much the same thing. You have the round structure of draw cards. So each player draws 4 cards. You're going to determine the initiative by playing one card simultaneously face down. So if I had this, a 9, a 1, a 5, and a 5, I'm going to choose one of these to be my initiative. And whoever has the highest initiative will get to take their turns first. Ties are broken by the initiative token, which right now it's LFA. And how that happens is they will have a deck, right? They have the starting deck, the same starting deck that players will have. And you just shuffle them up and just flip over the first card. And that's their initiative. And then you determine the turns. So after you draw their initiative, when their turn happens, you're going to flip over 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I love how nobody saw that. So I drew a 6, a 6, and a 4. So the 6s, you activate card numbers in descending order. So the 6s will activate first, and then the 4. And then I will glance over. So the card text won't matter in solo, but you will go over to this. It's called the solo scenario procedures. Love how you can see that. And so I'll go over to scout and I'll look at 1. And if 1 is, if it meets the condition, then I do number 1. Number 1 says interference in play area, then recon. So if there's an interference card in there, this card will recon. Then I go to the next one. So I finish one card, I go to the next card, and so on until their turn is done. And that's pretty much how the, what is it called? The solo bot is going to play. Brent says, I'm sad I can't make it too. We'll be out of town. Dude, you're making me sad, Brent. Yeah, dude, I wish you could make it, man. It's gonna be crazy. Did you even want to do the escape room at all? I'm super pumped about it. I want everybody to try the escape room. Yeah, and then so on your turn, you can actually draw 4 cards and choose one to play. What's the other side? Did I just put it out? Okay. Then you take player turns. And so here's all the different actions you could do. Movement actions, move X, you move a token to the next space. Scout, though, you can only move into spaces that are scouted. And so I cannot even move over here until I get a scout into these locations. So if I go, and also too, there's only certain units that can scout. So if you look over here, you have a survey tech that can scout 1, Ripper can scout or can move 1, and Nail Gunner can move 1. So the only unit that I have that can scout other locations is the survey tech. So I'm going to want to protect my survey techs because otherwise I wouldn't be able to move anywhere. What else we got? So scouting allows you to move other units in there. And then guide is another one, which I don't have any guides in this scenario, so I'm just going to skip that one. Support action, you have a bolster command, same in other Undaunteds. You add up to X cards from your supply to your discard pile. And over here is your supply. So these are all the same units inside my deck. Over here, essentially a deck builder. So as I add cards, it's going to go to my discard pile. And when I run out of cards in my draw pile, I'm going to shuffle my discard pile. What's really cool about this, though, is that when you get hit, you remove a card from your deck. that matches that unit. So if the nail gunner gets hit, he's going to lose a card. And so basically, it makes these cards here their health. And if they have no cards in the deck, they're suppressed. Not suppressed. They're defeated. And so bolster is very important because you want to add more cards to that deck. Also, you want to add more cards because that means that character will get more actions. You also have the command ability, which draw up to X cards from your draw pile. You get to play more cards on that turn. Control allows you to take control of an area. So just getting to these locations with victory points doesn't actually earn you those objective points. You have to get in here, scout it, and then use the control action to flip it over. Now you're controlling it, and you have scored those objective points. But they're not completely protected. Somebody can come in and take that from you. So it's like capture the flag. You want to capture your areas and control them and hold on to them. Inspire is another one. So return up to X cards from your play area to your hand. Inspire is going to be a number followed by a letter. So the letter is the squad number or squad unit, I guess. And so it's going to be on your leader cards. Leaders aren't actually represented on the board, but so this one here, squad leader, has a bolster action, which you can add 2 cards from the C squad, and inspire 1 card in the C squad. So if I had played a Ripper, I can inspire him to play him again. It's essentially what that does. Or any other C card in my hand. Pathfind. I don't remember if Pathfind is in other Undaunteds, but Pathfind allows you to scout up to X markers, contiguous spaces, next to a unit within that squad. So I think I do have Pathfind. Yeah, this squad leader C, Pathfind 2C. So the squad leader isn't represented, obviously, so he can't scout, but the Pathfinder will allow him to scout 2 adjacent spaces next to the nail gunner. So I couldn't scout 2 separate spaces. They have to be connected. So these 2 or these 2. That's what Pathfind is. Then obviously Recon, remove an interference card, which are the Fog of Wars that get added to your deck. Remove an interference card in your hand from the game and draw a card. So that's quintessential to all Undaunteds. All right, so that's kind of the actions that you have available to you, and they're on each card. Combat is essentially you're going to determine the value of the defense and then roll a die and try to meet or exceed that value. So for instance, if this guy's here, he has a base value, a defense value of 5. Plus, I would calculate the distance that adds additional defense to his value. So if I was shooting from here, it'd be 1, 2. So now his 5 is a 7. He's elevated, which would manipulate the die that I use. So now I'm shooting upwards. I would use the 8-sided die. And so he's 7, and I only have an 8-sided die to hit him with. If I hit him with, if I roll a die and I, less than that, I do not hit. I miss. But if I hit 7 or 8, I look through his discard pile. If he has a card that matches the Scout Z, he takes a wound. That card is removed from the game. So for solo mode, you have to actually eliminate all of the cards. So if there's no cards in the deck of the bot, then you start eliminating cards from the supply over here as well. Once they're completely gone, if he has no cards in the deck or the supply pile and he takes another damage, he's removed off the board and he's then neutralized. So That's one neutralization. Um, uh, uh, um, for the objectives. Anyway, so that's what it is. I'm just gonna get into playing, and I think that's enough. There's probably some other little rules, but that's essentially it. I'll just play solo. So ask me questions if you feel like up to it. There's so to move the mechs, you have three different cards that'll allow you to move the mechs. They do different things. Like you have a gunner and a navigator, and then also what is the commander. So the commander is going to add more of those cards from the supply to the deck, and it's kind of cool and thematic. Like the commander jumps on the mech and turns everything online and tells everybody, the gunner and the navigator, to what to do, and it's kind of cool to think about. Did I add any interference cards? I did not. Do I have any interference cards? No, I do not. We are so prepared today. Absolutely prepared. Okay. So each deck has basically one of each card, at least one of each like commander type, and then some interference cards. All right. Gonna shuffle this up real quick. I don't know. Is this useful? I don't know if this is useful over here. This little area I can roll dice and like um show cards, the cards that I'm playing. It just sucks that if it's out of focus, it's not really worth it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Our objective is to try to get, here's a 2, here's a 2, and here's a 1. So that's 5 points. We're going to try to head for those, and then, yeah, we'll see what we can do. They have their own abilities, and it is kind of sucky because, like, you have to figure all this stuff out. If that makes any sense. You'll understand once you see me struggling. All right, so I drew a nail gunner B, survey tech B, interference, and a supervisor. So I'm gonna want to recon this interference out of my deck because it's worthless. So I need these in play. I can play my nail gunner. I don't really want to move him just yet. My supervisor is going to give me the bolster action, which I'll add more cards to my deck. So I'm going to play 4 as my initiative, and then I'll draw a random card off the top of the deck for the LFA. And they draw a 6. So they keep initiative. The cards that we play get discarded. Put them off to the side here. And we'll draw 3 more cards. So 1, 2, 3. And it goes 7, 5, 6. But we're going to reorganize those to be in descending order. And so the first one is going to be, first one that takes an action is going to be the sergeant. And we're going to look over here at this book and find the sergeant. And then number 1 says matching cards in play area. We're going to inspire them. So his inspiration is wise. Sorry, this card was discarded. Let's put him way over there. He does have a Y, a corpse sec Y. So he's going to inspire this guy to do 2 actions. So we go down to, so that's going to be an inspiration for the corpse sec. And we're going to discard the sergeant. And then we'll go to the number 6. So the scout, number 6, is going to look over at scout. Interference in play, recon. There's no interference card in their play area, so they don't recon. If the space is secured and they have less than 7 objectives, points scouted, then scout 2, a threatened objective, an unscouted objective, or space near it nearest to an unscouted objective. So I first will look at scout is the scout that I'm looking at is Z. There's going to be this token here. He's going to move to the closest spot that has an objective adjacent to it. Then he's going to actually he's going to move down this way because it's elevated first and then into here. So he scouts there and he gets a scout token on that space. Anytime you scout, you're going to add an interference card to your discard pile, which will be added to mainly, essentially to your deck. Then the scout goes into the discard pile and we do Corpsec twice because remember we inspired him. And Corpsec, we look at this thing here, control. So the space that he's at is controlled. So what he's going to do next, space controlled by enemy occupied, he's going to attack. It is not occupied by the enemy. So we're going to go to space secure, move 1 to a threatened objective, an uncontrolled objective. So the next space is not an uncontrolled objective. So we go down to C, space nearest to an threatened objective or an uncontrolled objective. The uncontrolled objective is this one. So highest value. They're both ones. The furthest from enemies, which would be this one over here. So Corpsec is going to move this way. And then because he inspired, he's going to do an completely additional action. So he's going to start at the top again and go to control that space. I think I did that right. Scout might go to scouted, enemy occupied, enemy scouted, nearest to enemy control units. Elevated, yeah. Highest cover, random. Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. That's all his 4 actions. He inspired, he moved or scouted twice, and then the Corpsec was inspired, so he moved and controlled that space. And that is the bot's turn. God. All right, so for my turn, I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to recon, I'm going to play this guy, and he has recon, which allows me to get rid of it. A interference card from the game. I don't put it back into the supply. And it allows me to draw a card into my hand immediately, and I drew a squad leader, which allows me to bolster, inspire, or pathfind. Which I might as well. Let's go ahead and inspire and move, inspire the card that I just played, and he's going to scout 1. And it's B, so it's this guy up here. Survey Tech is going to move upwards into that space there so that I can try to scout this area and control that spot. So that's that. And then for this guy, I'm going to bolster 3. And I'm going to choose 3 things. Let's go ahead and pick a Survey Tech, B. Let's get a Ripper. Let's get a Nail Gunner. That sounds like a good plan. So now we got a bunch of HP in the deck. We're ready to go. That was round 1. Then you draw 4 more cards and continue the process. You always pick your initiative first, and then you draw. Let's see here. So Rippers can control, and my Survey Techs can recon. Maybe we don't need that anymore. Lovely. Okay, so what do we have? Let's go ahead and we want to keep the 7 so we can bolster. And maybe let's play a security tech. We don't want them. Or is it Nail Gunner? We don't want Rippers out there. Let's go ahead and play a 5. And maybe we steal initiative this round. Not that it matters because we're not going to be getting attacked. Hopefully we don't get attacked. So I'm going to play a 5, and they play a 1, an interference. That card is discarded. Both cards are discarded. And I get initiative first. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play a survey tech to scout this way. Then I'm going to use my squad leader to bolster, and he can bolster C's. I can add another survey tech C and let's go Ripper C. Add those to my deck as well. Last card is a Ripper, and I'm going to move one with my Ripper B. He's going to go into this spot over here. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and shoot. Let's show some action. So I'm going to shoot at the Corpsec Y, the 1, 2, 3 spaces away. He has a 4, so it's a 7 or higher. And I roll, it's an attack 1, so I roll 1 die. Oh, look at that. I rolled a 7. Hold on, let me just double check. Determine if any. Yeah, equal or greater than the total defense value. The combat is successful. So then I look at the discard pile. Scout. Sorry, it was Corpsec Y, right? So we take Corpsec Y from the discard pile and remove it from the game. That's a good place for it. All the cards that are out of the game. And my turn is up. Then the bot player will play 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Reorganize them so they're descending order. We have a 9, 5, and a 1. Their first card is a 9. And what they do is they're going to roll a d10 and do something based on what that number is. So 7 shows command 2. Command is drawing 2 cards from their deck. They're going to play them immediately. And these ones will fit right into the 2 cards that they just drew. To slot them in here. Their next card is a commander, which is commander. What do they do? Look over here. Threshold 6, 7, 8. And so the threshold to attack, to do a special attack, it has to be a 7 if they're on the same playing field, on the same level ground. So nobody is. 1, 2, 3. Survey tech is 9. So it's not that number or lower. We go to threshold 8 for suppress. It's 9, so we don't do that. Space secure, not an objective. Move X. So he's going to move based on this. It looks like move 2. Holy crap. Move A. Do a threatened objective, which most enemies or random. Neither objective is threatened. A threatened objective would be if they have control of that objective and there was an enemy unit inside that space. So they do not have a controlled objective that is threatened. Then you go to next one is elevated. So if he was next to an elevated space, he would move into an elevated space, but he is not. So instead of moving, he's going to go to number 4. It says bolster 2, the matching deck. And because it's a commander A, he's going to bolster 2 A's. Oh, that's right. So I'll just zoom out real quick. Whenever you play solo, you're going to shuffle the A cards, whatever squad it is. This is A. You're going to shuffle them all together. Just like that. Shuffle all the V's together. That's why that was weird. And then you're going to shuffle all the Y's together. And then whenever you bolster a particular number, you're going to just add that number to the deck. Or no, add that letter to the deck. So he bolstered twice. For A, we're going to add 2 A's to his discard pile. Boom, Boom. That's the commander's turn. Then we're going to go to CorpSec Z, and let's see what CorpSecs do. Remember, they control first. If their space is already controlled, he's going to attack. If his space is controlled, sorry, if the space is controlled that he's in and enemy occupied, like if there's an enemy that was occupied in that controlled space, he would attack them, but it is not. Space secure, move 1. So threat objective, there's not a threat and objective nearby. Uncontrolled objective is not next. Space nearest to A or B. No CorpSec present, which is the first ones, because this one already has a CorpSec. He's going to move to the next one, which is this one here. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of that. Eventually you get used to it, and it's like you can kind of breeze through it. But Commander V, let's see if I can just figure it out. So Commander V is this guy here. He's got a threshold 8, 7 or 8. Is 1, 2, 3. Looks like he's just going to bolster the matching deck again because nothing's nearby. This is B. Does he ever move then? Space secure and not an objective. Move X. Threaten objective or elevated. I guess if there was no cards to bolster, then he would do something different. All right, so that's his thing. And they have an interference card, so that's going to get discarded because it was not reconned. Reconned. Okay, so that was a lot. I stole a initiative. I should have indicated that. All right, so now I draw more cards, and I have to shuffle now. This is essentially the entire game. There's going to be a lot of shuffling. There's going to be a lot of looking up how to move the AI character, and then yeah, slowly moving across the map. Undaunted is just, it's so fun because, I mean, if you're playing with another person, even if you're not, I mean, you have to get used to this. So many people had issues with the rule book and its explanation of different things because they use the same term for different things, and that was confusing. And then you go on BGG and everybody has issues with the same thing, and it's kind of, I don't know. For me, when I'm reading a rule book, I have something to look up, and um, I'll research online to kind of try to piece together information. And this one here, because it's so new, people don't have much information, and so people are struggling. Nobody has answers, and I don't know. I'm more of a wing it kind of guy. Like I'll just start playing and figure it out. And other people really want the they want to follow the letter of the rule, versus me, I want to follow the spirit of the rule. And so if I was playing the AI character, I would do whatever XYZ, versus what the actual rule book says, do this, do that. And I'll follow whatever it says, but if I get confused, I'll just be like, he moves there. I'm not gonna sit here and fiddle with the rule book for 20 minutes, which I actually did to try to learn these rules. I actually went on BGG and try to figure out what the heck does this mean, because it wasn't clear. It actually didn't mention like shuffling this deck, the A squad deck, and then drawing the one off the top. But essentially, no, it said draw one off the top of the A deck or the B deck or whatever. And so from that information, I was like, okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards together, and then I'm just going to draw one off the top. That makes sense to me, right? Because it doesn't explicitly say add a gunner, add a navigator, whatever, a specific card. It just says draw off the top. Anyway, so what am I looking at here? I want to get this survey tech down here. I want to get that survey tech up there. Do I want to move I actually want to shoot this guy too. He's got a 6 defense, Survey Tech C. I don't have a Survey Tech C. That's another interesting thing about this game too, is that you want to do something right now with the characters that are out there, but you're not going to draw that card. What do? Like, you got to make up, you got to figure it out. I do have an interference card, so I'm going to keep my Survey Tech. He's not going to move or scout this turn. I'm going to enter recon with that. And I'm going to play a 4 because I want to bolster with my squad leader. So he's a 4, and the LFA deck is run out, so I shuffle this. Fun stuff. Glad y'all can make it. Oh, I should have posted online. Did I not post online? I guess I did. Do, 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 do. How many times do you guys shuffle? I shuffle way too many, I think. All right, so they drew a 6, and I drew a 4. I really want to know if that's actually visible. Kinda. I'm watching the stream right now too. A little better, but still kind of goofy. Here we go. I got a 6 and a 4. So he wins initiative over again. I'm gonna flip that over. Zoom out. These cards get discarded, and he takes his actions first. Let's go ahead and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna rearrange these descending order. And we have the Sergeant, who's going to take his turn. Sergeant will inspire otherwise. There's not another Y, so he's going to bolster 2 Ys. 1, 2, add to the deck, discard. Okay, that was the Sergeant. Then we go to Corpsec Z. And he's going to control that spot and get discarded. Commander V will... is there anything in range? Nope. Still nope, still nope, still nope. He's going to bolster V. So 2 more V cards get added to his discard pile. That is it. So my turn, I'm going to recon this interference card out of the game and draw a card. I got a supervisor. And so let's see, what should I do? Let's go ahead and bolster again. We want to add more cards to our deck. Let's do C, because C looks like it could be under attack soon. We're going to add 1 of each character to our discard pile. Next, we have the squad leader C, which I can totally just bolster all my C cards into that deck, which might not be a bad thing. So I just bolstered twice, and then what was the other one? I reconned with the other guy. All right. And so that was, what was that, round 4? Draw 4 cards again. Dude, my throat is so dry right now. All right. Let's see here. Nail gunner. Oh. We got a nail gunner, squad leader, survey tech. So we can add more Bs if we wanted to. Let's hold off on that. Let's maybe capture this objective first with all our Bs, and then we'll figure out Cs later. But we have 2 survey tech Cs, which is this guy here. So I can scout into here, and then I can even attack if I wanted to. Actually, let's get rid of. Let's declare initiative 6. Their initiative is also 6, so we check the initiative token, and it's blue. So they keep initiative. I will remove my cards and draw 3 more. 1, 2, whoopsie. Whoopsie again. 3. All right, descending order. The navigator will act first. Navigator, there's no interference in play area, so he does not recon. He's going to scout 2. Actually, he won't scout 2. Destination 2 spaces away. Select a space to scout through as per C. Okay. So he's going to move to one of these spaces. It's not clear on what it is. So odd, even. It's even, so he's going to move down, and that is Navigator A. He's going to move down there. And just like that. Navigator V, which is the Vulcan. That's this guy here. A little mech. Navigator V is going to do the very same thing. Yeah, he's going to scout 1, but he's going to move towards the center. Actually, it's random, right? So odd is top, even is bottom. And I rolled a 5. He's going to go up. And that's the Navigator V. Gunner V is going to attack or suppress. Let's see, Gunner V. Is there a threshold of 7? 1, 2, that's 8. So he doesn't do a special attack. He does a suppress action, which is, his suppress is 4. He's going to roll 4 dice, and because they're on the same level, he's going to roll 4 of these 10-sided dice, and he has to get, what was it, 8 or higher. He got a 10, so he's now suppressed. Suppressed means he gets flipped over, and the next time he takes an action, his card is just discarded, but then he becomes active again. So essentially, he loses a turn. All right. So that was the LFA's turn, and we're going to go to our turn here. Do I just add? No, I don't want to do that. Let's go to, we're going to do Nail Gunner, and he's going to move 1. Nail Gunner B. I like to move him here because he has 1 additional defense for this space here. And he has 4, so now he's a 5. And that's it for him, but I have a squad leader B, which I can inspire this guy to take another action. And I want to suppress this scout from getting across the board. So he has a 5, and I attack up, but I roll 4 dice. So I'm trying to get a 5 or higher on these dice. I got an 8 and a 5. I succeed, so he's now suppressed. Oh no, he can't move. My Survey Tech C is going to scout this way. And I have little control markers over this way. Place a scout token. And then we also get an interference card into our deck. Fun stuff, fun stuff. And that is the 4th round. Guessing. I already lost track. All right. The next round, I'm going to choose one of these cards. And you know what? I'm going to... what am I going to play? I got 2 C Rippers, 1 B Ripper. I'm a little nervous to send my Rippers out because my Rippers are the ones that do the control action. But their also defense is very low. And if I move them out there, they get shot up really quick. Let's see here. If I use, okay, I'm gonna do this. Survey Tech B. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Survey Tech B since he's already suppressed. We don't need that card. We're gonna play a 6 for our initiative, and we're gonna flip over their card, and they have a 3. So we beat their initiative. Those cards get discarded, and we steal initiative from them. What I want to do with my 2 Rippers, they're both C, so they're going to move one after the other. I'm going to move him twice down into this area here. And my other Ripper, B, let's see, what can I do? Man, if I move him over there. Let's go ahead and shoot Corpsec Y again. 1, 2, 3. And I got to get a 7 or higher on these dice, on one die. I got a 2. So I miss. But I'm safe over there, so I don't mind that. Now we're going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Rearrange these in descending order. And the captain, we're going to roll a d10 and do whatever thing it says. So 1 is going to bolster based on the deck of the die that's rolled. So 9 is a V deck. There is no more V cards. So we go to the next one. 10 is a V deck as well. Just keep going. Wow. 4 is a Z deck. So we had 1. 4 is a Z deck. 2. And 5 is a Z deck. So a bunch of Z cards just got added to their discard pile. Commander A is going to, let's see, he's a little bit closer now. So his threshold is 7. Commander A. However, his attack is a melee attack. I'm not sure if they have these in other Undaunteds, but this card here specifically has a symbol for melee, which is the beat, the 0. That means the range is 0. That's the melee. That's the symbol for melee, essentially. So there's nobody in his spot, so he can't melee anybody. We just continue down. Suppress, though, he does have like, I don't know. I'm thinking he has like some flares that he shoots out. He's able to suppress some guys because he can do this ranged. And so a suppression threshold is 8, which is 1, 2, 3 plus 4 is 7. So he could suppress this nail gunner. Other guys, that guy's already suppressed, and these 2 guys are way too far. So he's gonna suppress this guy, and he rolls 3 dice. Got his 7 or higher. He's got a 10, so he suppresses the nail gunner B. That is what the commander does, and an interference card, so that just gets discarded. And that was round 5. GG, GG. Right now we're looking. It's a little scary. We got both mechs over here. I should probably put these down so that it shows up better on camera. We have 2 mechs in the center. That's pretty scary. I I don't like that at all. Shuffle these up. Feel free to ask questions if you have any. I'll try to answer them. I just drew 2 4s and 2 5s. I got Ripper B, Ripper C, Nail Gunner B, Nail Gunner C. So this kind of sucks because these 2 guys are suppressed, and my other 2 guys are. Oh wait, I guess Ripper C. If I use Ripper C, he can control this spot. So maybe I want to hold on to that card. Let's go ahead and play this 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this 5 as our initiative. We're going to flip over the next one. For them, they have a 1, so we keep initiative. And we play our other cards. So my Ripper C down here, he's going to control this spot. And essentially what that means is we turn the scouted token over and it becomes controlled. My Nail Gunner B is suppressed, so I'll discard this card to activate him over here on the board. This Nail Gunner C is going to, I'm just going to move him out here. Actually 1, 2, 7, nah. We're going to keep that and move closer. Okay, and so these guys will have to shuffle their deck. Take a little bit of time to do that. That's the thing about deck builders. It takes a little bit to shuffle your deck. You actually get to interact with people. You're not just strategizing the whole time and talk some smack. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We're going to flip these over, and we have a 1. We have a 5 and a 3. The 5 is going to act first. And they have the Corpse X Z. So Corpse X are going to control. They're at a controlled space. They're going to move to an uncontrolled objective. And so Corpse X Z is just going to move into here since it's uncontrolled. And that's the next space. Discarded. Yeah. Gunner A. So the A is the Artemis. He's got like, he's punching things. So he doesn't attack anything unless it's in his space. The Gunner will go to suppress. And so he's going to try to suppress one of these two. We're just going to pick one because it's basically random. Because they're both in the same spot. They're both same defense. Everything else is the same. So 1, 2, 2 spaces away. Their defense is 4, so 6. And then they're sitting in a +1. So they have 7 defense. I got to roll 7 or higher with 3 dice. He does. So let's go ahead and flip over Nail Gunner C. That was his card. And then they have an interference card. So that gets discarded. And what did I do? That was my... Ooh, that was round 6. Jesus. That was fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. On another 4 cards. Okay, we got an interference card. So we're going to want to recon if we can. And we got 2 Survey Tech Cs. Another thing you could do on your turn, and it doesn't actually say it on like on any of these on the back of the rule book, there's like a list of all the actions that you can do, and it'll mention it once in the rule book and nowhere else. But you can hunker down, and I'm like, why would you want to hunker down? Hunkering down allows you to take a card. Instead of playing it for its action, you can add it back to its supply. For whatever reason, like you remove a card, and the only benefit that I can see is that you remove a card for a unit that is not doing anything or is out of range of doing something. So this Survey Tech down here, he's already controlled this spot. He's not really good for much else, except maybe moving back into reconning or scouting other areas. So that's the reason why you would want to hunker down and remove cards out of your deck, be able to do stuff with more with your other cards instead. But anyway, I'm going to play my Ripper B as my initiative 5, and they play a 5 as well. So I keep initiative because I have the tiebreaker, and I'm going to Survey Tech. Use my Survey Tech to recon this interference card out of the game and draw another card. And I have a Squad Leader. This card gets discarded. Squad Leader B. So I can't inspire, but I can bolster Bs if I wanted to. Might as well. Go ahead and bolster B. 1, 2. Adds 2 B cards to my deck. Actually, let's go. I added another Nail Gunner and another Survey Tech B to my deck. Survey Tech C. Let's go ahead and move him back. Let's go ahead and move him this way. And even though that's a scout action, it still allows him to move, except scouting allows him to enter spaces that don't have a scouting token and actually place that scouting token. All right. So now we draw 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, and order them just like so. Ooh, whoops. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Scout Y, there's not many Scout Ys. Wow. Scout Y is gonna. There's no interference card, so he doesn't recon. He's going to scout to a unscouted objective first. So either this one or that one up there. This is Scout Y anyway. So this is Scout Y over here, and he's gonna move 1-2 up to this space and scout that space. And in doing so, he's going to add an interference card to his deck. Haha, what a loser. All right, Scout Z is still stunned, so he becomes active, and his card gets discarded. Commander V, it's always a little difficult, so he is 1-2, probably a nail gunner, because this survey tech has 8 defense, and the threshold is 7 or lower. So he's going to shoot one of these guys, and we're just going to randomize it. Let's go odd and then even. Odd on top, even on bottom. And I rolled a 6, so he's going to shoot Nail Gunner C. His attack is 2. This is written on the card, 2. So he's going to roll 2 dice. We're on the same plane. Let's call it same plane. So I roll these ones. I rolled a 1 and a 5. So he misses. Haha, loser. Oh, man. Okay, so that was their turn. We were first. That was the end of that round. That was 6 rounds. Boom. Drawn 4 more cards. We got a 9, a 7, and 2 4s. Do we really need to do anything this round? We don't really need to do anything. Let's go ahead and play a 4. That's our lowest card. And then we're going to see what their initiative is. They played a 5, so they're going to steal initiative. Discard these cards. Cha. Oops. Yeah. Okay. And they have initiative, so we're going to draw 3 cards for them. 2, 5, and a 1. So the Corpsec Z, which is this guy here right in the center, he is going to control that spot. Boom. Dang, that sucks. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. We just got to go in there and steal it back. But they have 3 objective points. We have 2. All right. We really didn't want that to happen. Oh, well. Gunner V is going to attack. 1, 2. So he could attack one of these guys again. Is this right? Did they just attack? Commander V. Gunner V, yeah. Attack 7. 1, 2. He's 8. 1, 2, 7. So again, odd on top, even on bottom. Even. So he's going to attack Nail Gunner C. And he attacks 2. A 9. So that kind of sucks because if I get hit and a card that matches the guy that got hit is in my. Oh, I guess I didn't get that. Oh, wait, what? He hit Nail Gunner C. So I have this card. I have to remove that card from the game, but it was in my hand. So now I have less cards to play this round. That stinks. All right, Gunner V. That was Gunner V's turn. Interference card is a wasted turn. And now it's our turn. Let's go ahead and command with our supervisor here. So command allows us to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. And this card gets discarded. So now we're back at 3 actions. Survey Tech B, Survey Tech B. Right now he's suppressed, so we have to discard a card to actually flip him over. And then we're going to spend another one of his cards to what is it called? Scout. We're going to scout 1 space north. And whenever we scout, we add an interference card to our deck. We still were able to do something. We do have squad leader C, so we couldn't inspire that guy to do anything else. But let's see. We're going to add. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna add the last C card to our deck. And then that's our turn. We're going to draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 3 5s, 3 Rippers. Ripper C, which is this guy down here. And 1 Survey Tech C, which is that guy right there. I'd love to get him in there because he can roll 2 dice against and melee these guys. That would be super beneficial. Otherwise, all our other attacks are rolling 1 die each. I need to get in there, especially with my Ripper. 1, 2, 3. That might be good. Let's go ahead and play our Survey Tech. Oh, shoot. If I do that wrong, not good. 1, 2, hit. All right, we're going to play our 6. And they also play 6, so they keep initiative, which isn't too bad, actually. I don't mind that. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Got a 5, a 2, and a 3. Rearrange those. So a Corpse X Z, which is in the center. He already controls that. Oh, wow. Okay, so control. If it's secured, he's going to move away to not threaten objective and an uncontrolled objective space nearest to an uncontrolled objective. No Corpse X present. Furthest from enemies. So if it's here or here, he's going to move away. Oh, but it has to be scouted. He's not going to do any of those. Weird. Okay. Corpse XZ is going to attack something. His attack is 1. His melee attack is 1, but it's obviously melee. We're going to shoot. He's going to shoot down on one of us. This guy's 7 defense. This guy is 1, 2, 6 defense. So again, my nail gunners are just taking all the damage. We're going to roll odd on top. So he's going to shoot nail gunner B this time. And he needs to get a 7, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. 6. 6 or higher. Oh, and he rolled a 5, so he misses. Ooh, that was close. Now we gotta fight the the Vulcan. That's scary. Navigator interference card in play? Nope. Space secure, scout to X. Elevated objective. There's no elevated objective that is not scouted. Threaten objective, nope. Space nearest to threaten objective, nope. Otherwise, destination 2 spaces away. Select a space to scout through as per C. Interesting. This is weird. So the Vulcan is right here. He's not gonna go here because it's not a objective. That place is already scouted. I'm gonna guess the nearest other space is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Scouted, enemy occupied. Oh, a space that's already scouted first? That doesn't make any sense. So here's where I just follow the spirit of the rule. I'm going to move him this way. I'm going to move him this way. I think that makes sense. He scouts that way. Which sucks because he's going to start shooting down on us. Again, Gunner V, the very next card is going to do it. All right, his threshold is a 7. Actually, it's going to be 8 because he's shooting down on people. So 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2. That has 8. He's not going to shoot that guy. Oh, he does have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So he's going to shoot that Ripper because there is a tiebreaker thing that says the most dangerous breaker units are in order. And the top is a Ripper on an unoccupied control objective, a Ripper on a non-enemy control objective, and number 3, Ripper. So it doesn't matter. He's going to try to shoot a Ripper wherever they are on the board if he can. And he attacks 2, so he's going to shoot down onto that Ripper B. He needs 8 or higher. And he rolled a 6 and a 1. So we're lucking out with these dice rolls. Just barely, though. All right. Finally, coming back to my turn. So Ripper C is going to move 3 times. I'm going to move him. Oh, he can't even move in there yet because he can't scout. Oh, God. Let me see here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Guess I can move there. That's 1. I'm just going to have to shoot these guys. They have 1, 5. We got to hit a 5 or higher on the Corpse Sec Z. Now let's go for the Scout. So I need 6 or higher for the Scout. Got a 4 and another one. I got a 6. So I hit the Scout Z and I remove one of the Scout Z cards from the game. There it is. And we're good to go. That was 3 different actions. I moved and attacked twice. I missed the first one. But we got him on the second try. Ooh, man. This is so entertaining, ain't it? God damn it, Jake. Shuffling it up. Shuffling it up. Gonna shuffle up these cards. Shuffle it up. Shuffling up. Shuffling up these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 7, I think. All right, what do we got? 4, 4, 5, and a 6. Nail Gunner B. I could use him. Okay, let's need nails. All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna spend a 5, and they got a 4, so we steal initiative, which is good. We're gonna survey tech, which is move into here, and sorry, that was scout. We gotta move into there, scout, and we got 2 nail gunners. Nail gunner B, which this guy can shoot. Let's go ahead and try to shoot. Oh, you know what, too? Is that, where is it at? So there's 2 different types of attacks. You have this guy, Corpse XZ, he can attack both personnel, which is the filled in background, and then he can also attack vehicles, which are mechs or whatever else, with the, what is this called? Like an unfilled background number, but only in melee range. So there's 2 different types, and the defense symbol also shows. I don't know if you can see that. Also shows either a unfilled background or a filled in background to signify what is personnel versus what is a vehicle. And so my nail gunners have a filled in attack, meaning they can only attack other personnel. They can't attack this giant Vulcan that is just sitting right here in the middle of the board. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so we're going to shoot at, let's see here. Let's go ahead and shoot at Scout Z twice. So we have an attack 2. We're attacking up. Actually, let's go ahead and attack Corpse Sec Z. He has a lower defense. It's a 5 or higher. And we're shooting up. So we're going to shoot once. We hit him. Let's go ahead and shoot him again. We got a 7. We hit him twice. Corpse Sec Z just got hit twice. Corpse Sec Z, 1. Search his discard pile, 2. Remove those 2 cards from the game. He's getting beat up. Good job. Good job, team. Good job. All right. So we were first player. Let's go ahead and flip over 1, 2, 3 for the bot. 9 is the highest. We're going to roll a d10 to determine what he's going to do. A 2. It was a 2. And he's going to bolster 3. So we roll 5, which is a Z. It's added. A 7, which is an A, gets added. And for the third card, it's going to be a 5. This is a Z. It's added. Whoa. All right, Captain, you're out of here. Sergeant, he's going to inspire another Y card. It is not, so he's going to bolster 2 Ys into his deck. Boom, boom. Boom. He's done. Navigator V will recon, but he can't. He scouts to an elevated objective. He's just going to go to the elevated objective? It's crazy. All right. So he's moving into here now. Oh, man. There's a huge battle happening here right in the middle. I'm terrified. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I probably shouldn't have gone towards that first. Why did I go that way? I should have went this way. Why am I fighting over this? It's like completely swarmed right now. Oh, man. Okay, anyways. Continuing on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have look, I was so ready because I had these lights. Look. This side is the yellow side. And then my special guest, this blue light was gonna be on him because he's the blue player. See that? See how perfect? See, I got aesthetic. All right. Anyway, what are we doing here with squad leader B, survey tech B, survey tech C, and Ripper B, Ripper C. Ripper C's here. We need to go this way, dude. Let's go ahead and play squad leader B. Squad leader B. Let's just try to get the heck out of there. It doesn't make sense. So I'm playing a 7. He's playing a 5. We're gonna keep initiative. We're gonna play survey tech B. He's in. Oh shoot. He's all the way over there. We need to get him into the battle. Let's actually go this way. Hopefully we can like go around the mechs. And we're going to scout this way. So that adds an interference to our deck. And then survey tech C is going to move down this way. Let's get away from this area, which allows us to scout and add an interference card to our deck. Ho, ho, ho. Ripper C is just going to follow suit because that's crazy. Actually, he's going to move back here. It doesn't make sense to follow him. He's just going to get attacked like crazy. Actually, +1 1 extra defense. That's fine. I'll leave it like that. Okay. So then we draw 3 cards, and of course, they have a giant deck. They need a shuffle. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I don't know if this is the best use of my time. Oh, man. I like interacting with people. There's nobody here, though. Started streaming 85 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is like hecka distracting. You got giant board right here. Itty bitty person. Maybe is that like too small? Could I could make myself bigger. Ooh. I can even crop this to be like. Can I? How do I crop? Let me see. Let's go to the filters. Advanced video filter. I know you can do it. Transform. Uh, what? It's not popping out to me at all. Would be here. If I do this, just make it bigger. Oh, boom. Hey, buddy. Here I am. Try to crop this. But it's not really popping out to me. Let's locked. Ooh, pop that up maybe. All right. Even that's like whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. Interference. Oh, they drew one interference card. That was the last card in their deck. So then we were shuffling the Ginormous deck and drawing 2 more cards. 1, 2. We're rearranging these 2 to be in descending order. Bolster or inspire for a sergeant. We will not. We will bolster 2, 1, 2. These go into their discard pile. The more Z's are going to be active. Gunner A, which is Artemis. He's got the punchers. Let's see. But this is the gunner, so he's not going to do his attack. He's going to suppress 1, 2, 3. That's 9. That's too high for him. Actually, it doesn't have a threshold, which is really odd. Okay, so he based on the dangerous breaker units. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 8. So he's going to suppress this Ripper over here. Same level playing field. He rolls 3 dice. A 9. So he suppresses this Ripper. Way over here where I just increased the picture. God. This is terrible. Yeah. I wanted you guys to see the full. There. So Ripper C is over here. That's a way to crop, I guess. I know there's a way to crop. Okay, so he suppressed the Ripper and interference card. So that was it. And we were first, so now we take our turn. No, we start a new round. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Ripper, Nail Gunner, Survey Tech. B, which is all the way up there. It would be nice to get into there. Let's hold on to that. Oh, but we have an interference card. Let's go ahead and play. Let's play this Ripper card. He's a 5. And let's see what theirs is. 5 as well. So we keep initiative because of the initiative token. We break ties for this round. Let's see. Nail Gunner C is just going to activate. Let's flip that over. And then Survey Tech B is just going to recon, which removes the interference out of our deck, out of the game, and draws a card. And we get Survey Tech B again. What do we do? What do we do? We're going to recon into there. and get another interference card in our deck, but that's okay because we are making moves. Getting a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer every time. All right. So that was our turn. We're going to flip over 3 cards here. 1, 2, 3. And we have perfect order. So the captain is going to roll a die. Roll the 4. 4 equals, he's going to bolster 3 times. There's only 3 cards in the deck. 1, 2. We're just going to add those. So now he's got all of his cards in his deck. Oh, Scout V is interference card. He's going to recon. He doesn't do that. Wow, this is the first time I've seen a scout in a long time. Okay, so why? This scout is over here. There is a guy in his space, so he's going to... let's see. Space secure. It is not secure. He's going to go down to this. He's going to attack. His attack is 1, and the defense is 6, 7, 8. He's got to roll an 8 or higher. He does not, so he misses. Scout wastes his turn. Commander A, Artemis. Let's see. Commander 7. He has punchers, so he's not going to do attack. He can suppress. Survey tech right here. 1, 2, 3. 9 to suppress. His threshold is 8. He's not going to suppress that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to suppress one of these nail gunners. Go ahead and roll a die. Odd top, even bottom. So he's going to aim for this nail gunner up there. Nail gunner B. He's got to hit 7. 7 or higher. He has a 10. So he suppresses nail gunner B. And that's the commander's turn. Whoop-de-whoop. All right. That was round... Was that round 10? I think that was round 10. It's already been 10 rounds. All right. Supervisor. Ripper B, Ripper C, Nail Gunner. We don't really want to move our Rippers just yet. We only have 2 objective points. But getting over here means we have to go near this giant squad of guys. That's a little scary. But we do need to start moving something. Maybe we'll move north with the Ripper B. So let's go ahead and let's waste this Nail Gunner right here. Yeah, and we still have all these Nail Gunner cards on the side here, so or Ripper cards. So let's go ahead and do this. And that's our initiative 4. Oops. Initiative 4. Their initiative is now 1. So we keep initiative. We take our turn first. We're going to go with Ripper B. Let's just go ahead and move him this way. Ideally, we would have liked to have them go first so that we're not getting attacked this round. But that's fine. Ripper C, we're just going to activate him because he's suppressed. And then Supervisor, let's go ahead and bolster 3. 1, 2, 3. More Ripper Bs into the deck. It's like we're going to shuffle that next turn. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Wow. 2 interference cards and a Gunner A. Gunner is going to do a special attack. He has punchers again, so he's not going to, or melee, he doesn't do that. Looks like he's going to attack this Ripper again, or not attack, suppress. 1, 2, 3. He's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. He's got an 8 or higher on his suppression. He got a 6, a 2, and a 1. So he misses his suppression. And then, well, thought I had it in frame. I do not. Let's see. So yeah, 2 interference cards and 1 missed suppression. So we lucked out on that one. Ooh, that was close. All right. Whoa. So right now we are at 2 points to their 3 points. They have 1, 2, 3. They're right on the cusp of getting another victory point. 4 up there, but they're going to have to get this one down here as well to get 5. Man, there's not a lot of attacking. It feels like we're not moving around as much, getting enough done. Feels like. Squad C, so Survey Tech. Ripper B, I got a Ripper B. So we're going to need to move him first. Let's play a 7 to hopefully keep initiative, and we do. Those cards will get discarded, and we're able to move Ripper B, which is this guy up here, and move him into a little bit of safety. And Ripper C, actually we're going to move Survey Tech C down here. He's going to recon this area, or scout this area, placing a scout token, gaining another interference card into the deck. And then Ripper C, got to move. We got to try to move him closer this way. Hopefully we don't get shot up right now. And they get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And actually, technically, Y Scout is supposed to go first because he was drawn first. What are they going to do? Interference in play? No. Space secure, less than 7 objective points scouted. They only scouted 4 so far, so they continue to scout. Threaten objective. They already scouted that. Unscouted objective, which would be all the way down here. Scout Y is up there, way over there. So he's going to attack because there's a guy in his objective. Shoot, his scouting, his threshold to do that is actually 6, so he wouldn't attack because the defense of this Survey Tech is 8 right now. So instead, and his threshold for attacking on the same plane is 6. So instead of scouting there, he's going to, it looks like he's scouting this way. 1, 2. Wow. He just runs away and adds more interference to his deck. 1, 2. I guess so. I keep hitting that. Scout Z is over here in the middle. He's going to, his objective is not yet under siege, so he's going to move to either one of these 2 spaces down here. Let's see where he goes. Threaten objective, his highest value, fewest enemies, or random. So he's going to move this way to the threatened objective. No, that wouldn't be a threatened objective. This would be 2 unscouted objectives. Highest value, which would be this one. So he's going to scout this way. These 2 spaces are whatever. This is odd. This is even. Even, so he scouts this way. 1, 2. And he adds 2 more interference to his deck. So, well, whatever. Let's see if it works out for you. 1, 2. The last card is Navigator A. So he's just filling his deck. He's got like 30 cards in his deck now. And a ton of interference. So I think we're okay, but it does look scary. Navigator A, interference card, recon, nope. Space secure. He's going to scout to an elevated objective, threaten objective. Yeah, he's going to move 2 spaces. Threatened objective, but they don't have, not threatened, space nearest to a threatened objective. Now it does say in the rules that if you can't do any of them, they just don't do anything. So let's do that. He just doesn't do anything. The 2 things are he's going to recon or he's going to scout to an unscouted, a threatened objective first, or the elevated objective and both threatened objectives. He's already at the elevated objective, so he's not going to do any of the other ones. All right. That was, what a pain. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we have 2 Rippers and a Nail Gunner and some interference, so we're not going to be able to recon that. What do we do? Ripper B? We don't have Ripper B. We have 2 Ripper Cs, which will get us this victory point. Let's play 1 to see what that guy does. And we played 1, and they played 5, so they're going to steal initiative, which is fine, because we can see what they're going to do. 1, 2, 3. Reorganize these. Descending order. So Corpsec Y is up here. There's a... What happened? He controls the space that he's in. He's already controlled. Entering the occupied space. Secure. Move to an uncontrolled objective that has the highest value. So he's going to move into here. He moves before he attacks. And let's go Corpsec Z. Oh, can I see that? Corpsec Z, which is this guy here. He's going to move down this way. Whoops. Does he move towards enemies? Fewest enemies. He's going to move this way. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Highest value. Objective, or space nearest to an objective. Yeah, space nearest to an objective, which would be this way. Boom. Okay, we're doing that. Gunner V, the Vulcan, in the middle. He's just going to rain down hellfire on these guys. That's what it looks like. Gunner V. He rolls 1, 2, roll a 6. Oh, this guy's also a 6. He's going to shoot this Ripper. Dang, this is going to suck. And he shoots 2. He's got to get 6 or higher. A 2 and an 11. So he hits Ripper C. We search our discard pile for Ripper C, which we have. Gets removed from the game. Actually, we search our hand first. So we're just going to put that in the discard pile. That sucks. That was terrible. We wanted to see what that guy was going to do, and we ended up getting hit. It's not cool, man. That's not cool. All right, so we have 2 points. Let's go ahead and play Ripper C. We lost 1 card, so we're only going to be playing 2 cards this turn. We're going to move into there because now we're wounded. I think we have 4 Ripper cards, so we lost 1. Nail Gunner C he's alive. He can do stuff. We can never, actually, I think our survey techs can punch the mechs, but our Nail Gunners cannot. So we're going to need to suppress this guy. 1, 2, 3, 7 or higher. And we roll 4 dice. We're going to try to suppress this guy. Got a 10. Suppressed. Boom. All right. Round 2300. I don't know, man. All right. We have a 5, a 6, and another 5. Ripper C. That could be good. We're going to hold on to that card. Oh, wow. We're going to hold on to this card. Ripper C. Nail Gunner B is not very important. He's just kind of taking damage right now. Let's go ahead and play that Ripper B, or Nail card. Nail Gunner B as our initiative. Hopefully we'll get... Nope, we do not. We tie initiative and they keep it because of the tiebreaker. And they're going to draw 1, 2, 3 cards. Stack them in order. And Corpsec Y, which is the guy over there, he's going to control his space. So they just controlled 1, 2, 3, 4 objective points. That's no good, man. That's no good. Navigator V is this guy here. Recon, nope. Navigator. He's going to scout to a threatened objective. Well, now that there's actually a threatened objective up there. So he's going to move that way. How much does he move? He moves one. He's going to move one space that way. He's going to go try to defend it. And we got another navigator V. So he's going to move that way. It's either scout or recon. So there's two spots that are the same. We just pick odd and even and flip a coin or roll a die. Wow, that Vulcan is looking really scary right now. What was our cards? We had a 5, a 6. Okay, Ripper C is down here. We're gonna control this space. It's 1, 2, 3. All we need is a Ripper B, which we have, and we're going to control this space. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. We just won. We just won the game, guys. I thought it was lost. I was paying too much attention to what was going on in the middle. And all you have to do is just move to the spaces and control them. You know, I played this before coming on stream, and both times that I played, it ended up doing damage and killing 3 people, 3 of their guys was how I won. And then this one was randomly, hey, look, I got 5 objective points. And so once you meet one of the, I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and boom. So once you meet one of the objectives, whoever does it, immediately the game ends. You don't finish out a round. You just wrap it up. And so, yeah, the Breakers won again. Because there's stupid idiots over here. They kept scouting, and look, they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interference cards in their deck. And then every other card. Well, that's what you get when you play with an AI. Yeah. I just lost my voice, so that was interesting, you know. I'm learning something every day. Every time I come on stream, I'm learning new stuff. I'm learning that this camera here is I don't know. It was weird. Like I have 2 of these, and one of them I just had to toss underneath the table because it wasn't focusing right. And even this one was a little bit wonky and wish it was a little bit better. But yeah, what else? The lighting was a huge issue. I was wanting my regular lighting with, you know, with a black background, and uh because the light shines directly at me, the table was really dark, and so then I had to turn on the main lights to the house, and it just ended up being very confusing, very frustrating because you want a certain look and you're not able to achieve that look, and then you get a bunch of glare all over the table. It's so frustrating. Anyways, that was Undaunted, 2200 Callisto. We ended up winning out, getting our 5 objectives. Not in a way that I was expecting or even trying to achieve, but we did it anyways. Yeah, that was really fun. I would love to try this with another player. I think Christoph, if you're still watching, love to play with this with you, man. It's super fun, dude. The cards, the insert for the cards does not give you enough space to put sleeves on them. I know, right? That's crazy. Why would they not have the ability? I'm already feeling like the cards are getting sticky. Not that I'm playing with sticky fingers. I'm just, you know, after a while, I played 3 games, all right, and they're already feeling a little weird. I don't know. I don't like the way they feel after you play with them. I like sleeves. I like the feel of being able to shuffle. So much easier with sleeves, and not being able to put sleeves on these really, really bums me out. Anyway, other than that, I'm really enjoying this. I like the different aspects of it. I mean, Undaunted again plays like Undaunted, and so just having a bunch of fun. Again, streaming every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm over here in California, Sacramento, California. What else? Yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna go inside, take a little break. It's been fun. Uh, yeah. See you next week. Later.